I should be going live or am live on YouTube as well now. I think. Hello, wonderful people. Can my YouTube chat confirm? Oh, thank you, Twitch chat, for checking that YouTube chat works. Well, that YouTube's working. Thank you. Alessandro doing overtime. Let's just imagine dual wielding two chats. Hello, Victros. Hello. Am I audible? Am I not too loud? Gamer655 in YouTube can confirm. Hello. What is better than one Bite Me stream? Two Bite Me streams, dual wielded, same content. Not even something else, just same content twice. Right. Is my mic okay as well? I haven't touched it since last time, so I'm also going to quickly close my door. Be right back. And I've returned. Hello, YouTube. Hello. It's sounding good? Good. Good evening, good morning, good day, whichever is once again relevant for you. Let's play some more with Godot and just chat as well. If people want to talk, say things, feel free to. I haven't really planned that much. I do sometimes want to figure out new stream overlays so it's not haphazardly. Jesus, why am I exhausted? I just went upstairs. So yeah, let's open our Godot project, see where we were, and yeah, just we're indeed going to continue the last game. Oh, game quotation marks. Just gonna play a bit more with it, see what we get to. If people have suggestions and input, we'll work with and do that. So yeah. Egoos, as I remember, you started to use some ADHD helper, so to say. How's it going? Can you share some feedback? Medication. That's my helper, so to speak, and it works. I do ideally take some because I do need it. Which reminds me, I didn't take anything in advance of the stream, but I should be fine. Yeah, it's day and night difference for me. Wouldn't be able to do it without. So, if I remember correctly, we were able to pet the duck, which was a very important game feature. It's I mean, what? It's not okay. Wait, there's nothing more we can do. It's already perfect as it is, isn't it? But yeah, I was thinking about starting looking at maybe getting some farming in. So just being able to dig spots. No inventory, nothing special. Audio. I don't have audio. Can I find a quick quack? A quick quack. Alessandro, show that duck. Let's see. I don't know where people find their sound. Free game SFX quack. Pixabay. This is perfect. Alright. Let's make our duck quack. Very important. Totally what I plan to do. But here we are. So new folder art. I'm just gonna create. We'll just create a new folder called SFX. I'm gonna put my earbuds in better. My music's up. That's Spotify. Yeah. So SFX. Can I open it in File Manager? The downloads. Get my quack. Put it in here. Very important. Duck quack. You trying Godot for the first time? Well, second time. Well, the thing is, I have used Godot before this, but that was before Bite Me really became a thing. So here I am, just doing this. This stream isn't sponsored by Bessie. This stream isn't. Streamlabs, why are you doing that? This is the wrong chat. It's not. I'm not Marnix. I know I have a white shirt on. no, I actually didn't expect that to happen. Didn't expect to wear one. Yeah, I'll just keep that in there because I don't know how to disable it. It's not sponsored by Bessie. I wish. If they want to give more money, it's fine for me, but I don't think this one is it. Can I change that? I don't know. Oh, well, unexpected ads on YouTube as well. Well, it's not a Bessie one. So yeah, I'm just playing around with Godot a bit. Well, I thought it was a fun stream. I did just make something silly in Godot, talk with people, words. So yeah, let's check the quack sounds. Do I wait? I didn't. I add it. No, it's not on the art. It's on the SFX. It's a quack. And enable can. Okay. Why is there a duck? Why isn't there? Why shouldn't there be a duck? That's a better question, isn't it? Also said the duck sound when a bug occur. But bugs don't make quack sounds. I should add. It should be cricket noises or something whenever a bug occurs. But yeah. So how's Godot so far? I do enjoy playing around with it. I don't think I could just transition back to it for now, mainly because we have so much code base in Unity that's just ready and available for us to use. Also more advanced things that we just know how to do in Unity. But I do like to mess around with it, and I do want to mess around with it more. Hence me using this stream as like a reason for me just to play with Godot. I'm not using Godot to stream. I'm using the stream to use Godot. Hell yeah. Yeah. So I say let's build a duck army. Or are we instead of the farming thing? We're just gonna breed ducks and like create a duck army and invade other farms. Scope creep. So Ref256 Project Creep. What kind of game are you making? The idea is to make a farming sim game. Can I? Oh wait, maybe I can just add the text. Add text topic. Okay. Can I making a farming game in Godot? Is it clear that's text or is it a bit too much? Yeah. Select color. So can I? Oh wait, I can provide a background like this. Now I just need to find out where the font, like the font size is. Can I also make it? Oh wait, I can just. Where did it go? Okay, guys. I wrote the text and it went off screen on OBS. How do I get it back? Oh wait, I can. Why is it? Oh god. So yeah. Oh god, why is that small now? I can't. Now it's inverted. I know how to make things. Let's put it over here. I want to look into getting a good streaming overlay so I can actually have like the topic and the chats like nicely embedded and it's not over the inspector and such. I need to look into that, but I tried and then for half an hour and then I gave up. So yeah. Yeah, on a side note, first report bug was an actual bug that fried a very old early computer. You are correct. I think it was like a moth or something that was found inside one of the old spinning disks of a computer. And then they taped it into a logbook with like, oh, bug found. And that was the first usage of a bug. So I also remember that from class. So that's a good one. Would you make an Rowan Anthony, would you make an NSFW game? Sure. Not on stream, but I mean, I have no issue with the NSFW. It's just a matter of finding the right assets and topic for it. And if Marnix at one point says like, oh, you know what, let's do an NSFW game, I'll likely be the one programming it, because Thomas is too much of an innocent child for that. So yeah. Are there any Godot games that impress you? I don't know what games are made in Godot. I think Domekeeper was so a Domekeeper, I guess, because I like Domekeeper, but and I don't really judge by engine a lot. I say create a game Duck Royale, 50 ducks versus 50 gooses. Is this like the one guy versus... No, wait, one gorilla versus 100 guys, or... But yeah. I thought Godot is by definition NSFW for Bite Me. It's a very touchy subject. At least it hasn't crashed my computer yet, so might have just been a skill issue on Marnix's end. Who knows? Yeah, so let's make this duck quack. Can you guys hear this, by the way, if I play this sound clip? Is it audible on stream? Because it's important. If you guys can't hear it, then there's no point in me making a duck quack. Okay, so you guys can hear it. Good. Good. Just checking. It wasn't too loud or anything either. Because I'm still figuring out what streaming is. Yeah, so let's make the duck sub resources. I want a child. No, I assume that's just audio listener. No, wait, is the audio listener? No, that's where the audio is heard from. So that's something that should be on the menus or background music. Is there one that it's just here's an audio? A clickable duck. So yeah, I assume this, but from what I can see, this does not make sense. Same as we said to a audio stream. Playing more than one sense also supports audio listener 2D. But audio listener, isn't that the wrong one? Stream player works for playing audio, 2D for distance to volume. But isn't that wait. Once added and able to make this. Because from what I know, this is not play. This is listening to audio. That's not playing audio. It's like the audio listener in thing. I'm gonna grab the Godot documentation again. Because 9 times out of 10 it's just an RTFM issue. Once again, read the fucking manual. And just search for audio buses, audio effects, all this. Texas audio stream. So listen to each bus audio processing notes. Decibel scale, audio bus. That's not what I need. I just want to. So it's just an audio stream player. Okay. Jesus Christ. So okay, add a child now. Audio stream player 2D. Plays audio that's attenuated with distance to listener. I clicked on the wrong one. It's a no 2D. Okay. Needs to be part of the duck. Walk. Stream. New. Can I? Would that work if I just drag that in there? No. Oh yeah, it would. Perfect. Volume. I'm just gonna. Alright, it's perfect. That's all we need. It quacks. Bus doesn't matter yet. Okay, I think we've got that. So now we just need to signals. Doesn't really matter. I just want to go to the scripts, which once again, if I'm often like going down here, it's like looking at my icons down here, because I expect to find my rider, which I'm not using for Godot. but I'm still used to like, oh, I need to go my script, so I go to a different window, but it's the same window. Whoops. Oh, I need to update Twitch's title. Okay, good point. I will do that right now. Or or we make a bowling alley manager on stream. But I feel we're already going down the tug path too much. Let me figure out how to do that. Bite me games. Videos. Can I wait, I'm live, so can I not? I am logged in. I'm just oh wait, I think I found okay, yeah. Let's try out Godot some more. Go live notification. Waiting for Godot. Godot. Done. Right, Twitch title is updated. Good spot. Thank you. So yeah, sorry. Rowan Anthony, did you play those type of games? So NSFW, I've touched them. Yeah. Okay, no phrasing. I know what NSFW get. Thomas gifted me one actually. What is it called? Quest Isekai Quest. Thank God no NSFW on thing here. But yeah, Thomas just gifted this to me, and hey, a game is a game. He gifted to me. Would be a waste not to play it. So, but yeah, NSFW games are just games. It's yeah. That's my key part. If I do make an NSFW game, if you take out the NSFW, it should still be a game. Like, sure, it can elevate it, the NSFW part, but it should still be considered a game if you don't have the NSFW part in it. It's my opinion. And as long as that's the case, I'm no issue making those games. So yeah. So cuts on sound. Create a random stream with volume pitch. I'll make the quack less repetitive. So yeah, it's just randomized the pitch whenever I play it. So FCAT Godot, how are you finding it so far? I like Godot. Spoiler, don't tell mornings, but I like Godot. I like playing around with Godot. I am not making a statement on the feasibility of me making a full game in Godot though. Don't get me wrong. The thing is, I just have a lot more knowledge and experience with Unity now. But I like playing around with Godot. Volcanic, I've heard indeed. JetBrains, there is already a plugin and such as the some support for Godot, or at least GD script IntelliSense. So, but it's just easier for stream to just have it in one window. Else, I start going between my different screens and then people can't follow. So yeah, bowling ducks instead of human throwing balls. It's ducks shooting eggs. What? It's ducks shooting eggs. Why would ducks shoot their own offspring for golf? For bowling? I don't think that's a good idea. And Volcanic, I understand Thomas is an NSFW connoisseur. He's not. He's a sweet, sweet summer child. Me and Marnix, like a few years ago, we were messing around with something. We were talking about it and bringing up some of those NSFW tropes. And Thomas was just like, what are you guys talking about? He's a sweet summer child. So yeah. So we have function pet the duck. I also want to add on ready for audio, which is the audio stream player 2D, which is Quack. Good name. I'm gonna rename this to particles actually. I'm actually going to keep that. I need to update this to particles then. So of Quack and then audio punt. I'm gonna name this Quack as well. So Quack dot play from position 0. That's good. Can be from 0. I should probably check actually if it's still if Oh no, wait, I can actually quack.pitch scale is there a random rent 0. So pitch let's do 0.8, 0.9. Does that work or is it not? Oh, can I do a rand rand f range? See, I knew it. I knew it had something like that. And then we have a random pitch. And it should now, every time we pet it, it should play a quack. This stream has already been productive. We can leave now. Thomas, what did I walk in on? You have no idea. Yeah. Ship it. Would just have this shipped on Steam. If someone gives me, if someone donates $100, I will put this on Steam. No, I might put this on. I will work more on this, and then we'll look at putting it on Steam. But I don't. Let's not do that. No, Thomas, you're not making an SFW duck game, are you? Of course not. I wouldn't. That's your secret project that you're currently working on, isn't it? I wouldn't take that away from you. Yeah. When's your first topless bed stream though? Never. Because I have standards. That's a statement to make. It's okay. We can walk. We can pet the duck. I wondered, will it break when I add 2 ducks? That's a duck in a duck. Let's not break the game by doing ducks in ducks. No, get out of the duck. Phrasing, I know. Do I need to close this so I can put that under that? Duck 2. Right, let's also move him up a bit. So we've got, no. Wait, is it like this? No. Guys, how do I easily move one? I just want to move this duck. Say if a scene plays a scene. Well, yeah, that makes more sense. But even then, oh yeah, actually, yeah, it's because okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I know it doesn't make sense in here, but I'm going to call it prefabs because it's just easier for me. So that goes to there. That's a duck, correct? And then I add the duck again. We'll put him there. And now I should be able to just, okay, dragging him around. Okay, I got the hang of it. So we now have 2 ducks. Now I wonder if I put them next to each other, can I interact with both of them? I don't think so. No, and I need to walk away. Okay, we need better duck petting support. Multiplayer thing than the chat stream covers the scene tree. I agree. That's why I want to work at it now. I want to have an overlay so we can like have like these, but right now it's awkward to like the black space. Is this readable? Because I kind of just dragged it around. But now we have black space at the top. I don't like that. So yeah, point in case I want to look at getting a stream overlay that's a bit more. So we don't have stream like things overlapping, like my face and such. Cause it's annoying, but I need to figure out how it works. So for now, you'll have to work with overlap. Move the inspector to the right. The inspector only on the right, but I assume you mean the scene tree. But then that becomes more confusing to me. What I can do for now. Can you guys live over there? Is that all right? Because I think the inspector is used often in the file system as well, but the inspector I think is not as important. So for now, you guys will have to live over there. I'll look into it. So yeah, for now. Let's do hardcore ducking. Hell yeah. Oh no, good. I can be it's fine if it's a bunch of stand in the corner. Yeah, like my little nephew. Whenever he does something he's not allowed to do, we'll put him in the corner. So yeah, no, you guys okay? I'll put you a bit over here so you're not fully in the corner. You guys are all right. So yeah, what I want to do now is make it so the duck. I want to do the interaction system better because right now we've got Godot who can like put one duck at a time. But I want this to be better. Did they already support interfaces in Godot or not? That's the question. Godot documentation, interfaces. Because that is the question. Acquiring object references. Yeah, that's not what I need. Can do. Yeah, looking in the trains. Oh, Marnix is interested. Yeah, trades. So yeah, we can do things, but then everything that's also not the greatest. What I might do. Oh, what I might do is for now. What will I do now? Can I have on the interaction? So they don't. Okay, maybe I'll just make make an abstract class for now then. So we have an interaction class. So new script. Let's create it here. Create new script. We'll call it interactable. It can be a node. That's fine. So we have an interactable script. Ooh, we can do composition instead. Let's do composition. So we'll have an class name interactable. So what we'll do is, yeah, so this one will just send out the signal that then any, like the duck can subscribe to. It's like, oh, I got interacted with. So we need a function for interacted, which I'll just check. Func, Jesus, word. Interact. It's a void method. Print interacted. I assume, if I'm correct, I could do just like signal interacted, which I can then, I think, just say emit. Yay! I am somewhat remembering things. So basically this. And then what I want to do is have the duck contain an interactable. And then the goblet, instead of searching for a duck, it should find if body is duck. So let's check. I need to be in here. I need to open the scene. Okay, so we've got the duck. Work with me here. So we've got a duck. He can quack. He has particles. He has a sprite. He has a collision shape. This is an area. Is this an area 2D? Where's the area 2D? Oh no, it's a rigid body. So the rigid body entered, so it knows it's a duck. Can I add more scripts to attach script? That's what. Can I attach multiple scripts? At export var interact interpretable at the duck. You can set an instance of the behavior. One script per node. I like that. I dislike that actually, because sometimes I like putting things in different scripts, but still on the same game object. But that way there's a bit more split. But because I'm just trying to think on how to make it work. Then well, no, let's not go to input. Can set a new property, but you can add compositions, new node. The thing is, what I want to do is say, I just add a simple node, give it the interactable thing. Oh, can I? Oh wait, the script's already attached. Okay. So I want to have the interactable, and then when the player in Godot, if body has interactable is basically what I want to check. Yeah, but I don't want to do base classes for this because interactable is not something. It's composition makes more sense here. It's not something I want to have extend from because I'll likely have other things to extend from already. At export var. So with then every export var. Do you mean this or? Is that what you mean? But no, I don't want the duck to extend interactable. I want the duck to have a subcomponent interactable. I'll handle it, but I don't want to detect the interactable being entered, which is what I'm looking for basically. So what's export at export var? Oh, so no, that's then, and then can I assign it? I assume you mean duck. Let's go. Why are you complaining? I'm sure it's fine. So duck, because yeah, that's the interactable one. But then I still need to be able to check if it contains an interactable. I might be able to trying to do something that I can't actually do. So, but the question is, can it now detect? I'm just gonna test something. Oh, call, I was still in game. If body has interactable, oh yeah, no, that doesn't work. If body punts, can I find a script child? Get child. Yeah, but that's gonna be an integer, isn't it? Yeah, it's an index. Can I check if a property? Oh, a property with a name exists. So, wait, how body? Oh, so we're doing reflection without it being reflection. Oh, that might work. If interactable in duck in body print. Wow. If interactable, okay, so no, it doesn't do that. But I can check if body print has node. Maybe can I check node? Maybe path. Can I just check interactable? I want to write file use locked or lacking permissions. Documents. Why is it in documents? Unable to write. It should not be in queue documents. What is it doing? Guys, Godot broke. I broke Godot. Sorry if you're trying to post links. The thing doesn't like that. So yeah, has no. Can I just check? GD scripts has node. Has node. If path points, they also get nodes. Right, so node should work. because that's just the first thing the file seen, but it's just for some reason trying to unable to write file in use locked or lacking permissions. Oh, is it because the game was still open? Yeah, I'm used to like my entire editor going dark if that happens. All right, so that works actually what I currently have. If that's maybe an alternative to way to write the same thing. If interactable in body. No, that doesn't work. Duck, 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 duck. To the game. If maybe it's because it's you're trying to find the value inside it, or yeah, okay, so you're trying to find with if interactable in body, what you're doing is finding this variable. I like how reflection is a lot easier in this than whatever you have to do in C# for Magic. Well, I know it's not entirely reflection. It's a different principle and such, but I do like it. So yeah, we can just check if there's indeed an interactable assigned in that node. It's just a scene. So I'm trying to swap scripts. So we just add that for interactable. Now, what I want to do is there a list in there should be a list, but I don't know the entire exact syntax for making a list. I don't need a list of item list. That's not what I need. GD script list. An array. I'm so used to being lazy and just writing lists. Whoops. So yeah, we just have an empty interactables array. Interactables punt hub. Punt if interactable in body. Punt hub interactables. Punt append body. Punt get property. Now, how do I access? Because I don't know. Can I just do this? But what if I put it up here? Oh. Does that just work now? Because I checked that it's in there? Or... that interactable is Godot, something Godot does not autocomplete it. So yeah, I can just assume it's there because it's not hard typed. Just static typing. Well, yeah, the issue is the body is I can't do static typing to get that hint because I don't know what exact type the body is. Class name interact asks if body is interactable, but the issue is I can't do that because in this case the duck has a script duck, and inside there's an interactable as a composition. So I can't just check if the body is a duck because the body is if the body is interactable because the body is a duck. The body is not an interactable. So I think this is the way to go though. Interactables remove. How do I remove? All right, one if interactable in body. That means it was interactable when we leave. Left. Interactables. Let's find body punt interactable. Index is up, and then interactables remove at index. So yeah, We can remove the interactable. You can set a new instance on the duck instance in the scene tree. Wait, what? We can remove the interactable. No, wait, let's first go on this before we continue. Bulls. I want to loop through. There's no for each. I'm so used to using link. I am lazy. I am so lazy. So right, it's for interactable in interactables. Interactable punt. Oh wait, wait. How do I assign this correctly? Interactable punt. Interact. So let's check. Okay. I don't need to check that anymore because we no longer have a duck. It's now complaining because it's no longer an array of interactables. Let's just go with this. Let's see what this does. Interacted. A. Okay. So it works. The logic I currently have works. So I can do array of interactables. Okay, correct. So yeah, okay, no. This works so far. I am going to wait. So wait, attach script. That's no accent. Change type. Separate resource scripts. Can do metadata. I think I'm going to keep the interactable node as it is. I am going to remove it out of the ducks. So I am going to do Godot interactables with remove find body pin interactable. If body pin has node interactable, I need to do a string because it's a path. Body pins get node interactable. I think this is what I want to do. Is it the perfect way to do it? Probably not. But let's see. Does this work? Wow. Left. Interacted. Okay, perfect. Because then I don't need to have the variable here. And what I instead want to do is now in the duck, I want to select this node, go to signals, interacted, assign that to the duck. We'll do that on here, and then we can just do this. If I'm very correct, which often I am, of course. We now have multiple petted ducks. Sinuskiste just subscribed with tier 1. Thank you for subscribing, Sinuskiste. Sinuskiste, I really don't like those string references, Godot. Is there no way to do without all those strings? I'm also not a fan of magic strings. I assume there are ways to do it without strings. I just do not know. Well, you have two hands. I should limit to two, like you can have two interactals at once. The thing is, I don't know about if you can really get away with those magic strings. I do not have the experience on that. So you should not take you should not be here to assume like, oh, now I'm going to learn how to do Godot. So yeah, we now have a much more robust interaction system. Well, yeah, but then again, I don't want to have interactable. I don't want to have a base interactable class Because, for example, for ducks, I can already see like, oh, a duck would inherit from an animal, but not animals you want to be able to interact with. Or then you have to like write for everything a possible interaction, even if the animal is not interactable with. So I want to use composition for this one. But yeah, oh yeah, constants. It's probably what would be the smart way. So just like in here, just have like, would this work? Const name is interactable. It needs to be below you, I assume. So then I then just say interactable name. Oh, it's not a static. Is static a concept in good evening spellbinding games? Static does const static. Oh, it's constant name of the const. Okay, so you want to verify. Okay, no. Static far. We're getting there. And now can I do interactable name? It's not pretty, but it's no longer a magic string. Now I just need to test if it still works. It works perfect. Okay. Question for people that know about Godot. Can I make it so that the theme, so that the viewport, like the editor darkens or something that shows when I'm in play mode or not? Is there a way to do that? Because right now I have the issue that it keeps. I forget to leave. But yeah. Yeah, groups are also a thing. Stop the follower you're using is static. Well, that's true, but now I can reuse interactable in other classes as well. Static read only. Oh, probably should make that read only. Static read only var. Oh. Oh no, doesn't know. So yeah, Venusian or what are you using for trying Godot? Also, good evening, everyone. I was and still am using Unity. Godot is not really much of a replacement. I'm just playing around with Godot. Is this thing, so that's yeah. Just playing around with Godot. Okay, so anyway, we have we have a better interaction system with multiple ducks that we can interact with at the same time or individually. What's next? They can quack as well, which was very important. Do I want to add a visualization to whichever one is interactable right now? Maybe that might be something interesting. Can I check? Wait, let's see. I don't need texture. Can I? That's filter material. Modulate. So can I make something that allows me to see like, oh, this one is highlighted. So maybe something, but no, that's really changing the color. I don't know about modulate. Because that's just making them turn invisible. Okay. I'm just trying to think like, what can I do? Next, so we can move around. We can let's start farming actually. Let's make it so the player can put down like dig a hole, put a seed in, and then water the seed. I think we should do that. So let's first get our input maps done. So we've got movement, we've got that. Let's add, we've got interact, physical. I better do some coding of my own. Quackulator. Haha, volcanic. Good luck. Have a good time. Make those good code. Do you want to maybe use mouse clicks? Because mouse allows me to allow us to play it more directly input whatever it's going to do. So let's add project settings, input menu, mouse click. I'm just gonna call it left click. Actually, I've made that entire interaction system. It might be better to make it so that when you click it, shall we make it a clicker? I'm gonna make it a clicker. Unless people are opposed to it, I'm gonna make it a clicker. So left click, left mouse button. Okay. Oh. Then I'm just gonna check that it still works. Okay, so that works. All right. So what I want to do now is go to my scripts. Check these are inside, but I probably don't need to do this anymore. Let's just make it a different script. So handle interacting. Function handle interacting. If we didn't just interact, just return because we won't be doing anything new. Quickly check something. If interacting, interact. So what we want to check is we'll check your mouse clicks. Movement, click move. So let's go to that's input, that's movement. I don't need that. I want to click and move. So if event is clicked, then var target is get global mouse position. So we now have the position where we clicked. Now I just need to check what is there. Sorry, I'm just checking the documentation, reaching documentation. Check. Was clicked. Mouse. Get tree with mouse position. So I've had a click. Hello, lols and more. How are you? So I get the mouse positions for click notes. Get roll 2D. Can I just check here? Reference call. Okay, I don't know well enough how to do this. I'm just gonna leave it as we have right now. All nearby things we can interact with. So yeah, 2D. So with multiple ducks, let's add so that when we press space, I'm gonna put this back to E. Where's E? E. input map. Let's add an action, dig. We'll add a thing to it. We'll call it space. We'll add space to it. So whenever we press space, we dig. So we go back to our script for Godot. We'll check handle petting, handle digging, func handle digging. If input is action, just pressed dig. Then we return because we didn't press dig, so we don't need to bother with anything. So now we just have to try and dig a hole, which we'll need to adjust the ground tile that we're standing on, isn't it? 2D. Can I check? Do we have a dug hole in here somewhere? Do a check. Just need a little tile to show that. Oh yeah, this one. So if I have that, I can just, no, I don't need to do that. Can select this. Can I not draw on this anymore? Paint tool. Why am I still? Oh, because, okay, so that's why I wanted to, I need to add an extra layer on that, on top of that. So, foreground, add child nodes. We'll just add an extra node that's called layers. We've got a ground layer. Then we'll add a new layer, add child node farm layer. No hole, dug holes. Very inspiring. Oh shit, I'm using the wrong. It needs to be a tile map layer, and then here, just call it holes. The tile set I want to use is the same one that we already have. So over here. So what we then can do is add whenever we dig. So that's what we're going to do now. Also, more, do you make it? The texture is an asset pack. It's an asset pack. It's called Sunny World. So if you go to each IO, Sunny Worlds. Oh, HIO Sunny World. Sunny Side World. Whoops. It's an asset pack. Comes with pretty much all the base necessities for a farming sim. So just selected that one. Contained all I need. Farming game hype. Hell yeah, we're making a farming game. So, okay, now what we want to do is whenever we press space, the tile beneath us, we want to dig a hole. So let's see about doing that. Let's save the scene. Let's check documentation space. So, script. Love farming grounds are probably my favorite genre of games, to be honest. Cool. I can lose time in farming games as well, just mindlessly doing my business and just having fun. I usually am more annoyed when it's like Stardew Valley. I don't want to mingle with like the people and such. I just want to farm. I just live on my farm. Leave me alone. That's the way I work, at least. So I don't like how I'm putting so many things on here, but we're gonna do it anyway. So what we're gonna do is add export var whole tile layer. Oh wait, maybe we let's make a new script. Create new script. Tile map. Tiles. Let's call it tiles. So we've got a tile script. What we're then gonna do is we'll first add quickly a function function place whole print diggy hole. Then we go back to our couple export var. We'll add tiles. Why are you complaining? Could notify the tiles. Oh wait, I need to define a class name. Class name tiles. I keep. We'll save that. Then this. Okay. Now we have the tiles here. Thank you for following, Mr. Boy, Mr. Boy. I'm making a cozy cute farming game with automation, no people to talk to, just farming. Oh, that's the way I love it. Stimo, how annoying is it to use GD scripts instead of C#? It's alright. It's just syntax is a bit different. I'm more struggling with the fact that I'm not using Rider, so it's less syntax of the language and more I'm used to all my shortcuts that are not here in the editor. And I know Rider is working and has some support for GD script already, but I wanted to stay into the Godot editor for now. But really nice. Thank you for following Miss Boyd and Lawless and more. Oh, thank you. Welcome. So yeah, okay, handle digging. If we've pressed the digging button, what we're gonna do is tiles.dig. Place hole, dig a hole, we're gonna do. I keep swapping this way, but I have to swap this way. Dig hole, right? So technically, if I now press, wait, I first need to assign the script, attach script. I'm gonna select not duck. Prefabs, no, scripts, no. Wait, where's my scripts? Am I blind? This is recent. Whoops, apologies. I'm smart. Right, so that's the next one. Now in goblets, I can assign this one. I should probably call this style so we're consistent. And now technically if I press play, I am invisible. Oh my. That took a turn. Is it because this is no longer a Node2D? That's likely the reason. Change type. I'm going to make it Node2D. Yeah, okay. So now if I go to script, extends Node2D. Now I can press play. We've got the character and I press space and we have an error. Dig hole in base null instance on a null instance. Is it because I changed your node type that you no longer find it? Yeah, it is. Okay. And now diggy hole. Okay, so we know when we can spot. Oh, Alessandro just gives 5 tier 1 subscriptions. Thank you, Alessandro. That's interesting to see this approach. Interesting in a good or bad way. No, don't leave before you answer. that's not a way to leave. It's like, oh yeah, thanks for this is interesting to see this bro. Thank you. I'm off. Bye. Yeah. But thanks anyway. How is the support to see code errors while writing? I do a bit of JavaScript and I hate to see errors only while testing. It can detect error syntax. It's okay. It's okay. I think it's able to spot like when you make mistakes. It has some intelligence. It's just Rider is very strong in that regard. Right, so we'll dig a hole. We'll give along the player position. Local. Is it just position then? Right. So that takes a var position. Position vector 2. Adds the string of position. Why are you complaining? You're no longer complaining. All right, so we've got our script. So now we have, is this global position? Global position. Let's give along the global position. I don't know if it matters much, but that way we were certain. So in the tell script, we now want to add a few export vars. Actually, we don't need to. Just already is fine. No, I don't want that one, but I do want for holes, and we'll call that holes. So what we're now going to do is spawn a hole at the position of the towel. So towel map holes pins to local position. So we now have the local position. Then with the local position, we can tell holes pins local to map. I think if I'm reading documentation correct, it will give me the indexes. The cell for which to place something. Now I need to assign, I need to wait to tell which tile to place there. Right. Holes, cell. Is cell get cell source ID? Does it have a source ID? I suppose I need to check. For ID is all right. Let's print what we're getting here. So string of ID, print string of cell. Let's see what we're getting right now. He's learning things. He's learning on how not to do things, or am I? Is that you still haven't really clarified? Chocolate. Oh, sorry, if I'm late. Are you using C# or GD script? This is fully GD script. I could use C#, but I was like, you know what? We're doing Godot. Might as well do it the Godot way. So -1. I assume that's because that's. If we do cells, can I check? Okay, so it's saying that. Okay, so I need to know which tile ID to set at that position. What if I holes been set cell? Oh, whenever I open that, it's because in Rider, when I press Ctrl P, it'll show me like the parameters it expects. So I keep pressing that button. So it wants coordinates and the source ID. In the tile set source identifier, see tile set source ID. That let's identifies as count coordinates. That tile identifies tile coordinates. Each cell of the tile set identifies using 3 parts. Words. So local to map gives me vector to integer. So I want to do that. And we'll just put that on 0 for now and see what that does. That doesn't work. What if we put it in 1? That doesn't work. Damn it. All right, let's check the Godot, the tile map layer, the Godot documentation. Using tile maps. Painting modes, handling missing tiles, handling saving loads, usually placing randomly. But that's not what I want to do. I want to do it at runtime. Methods. Set cells. Set cell. It's all I says when I set to that respect. Normally factor one, factor one. Source ID. Set source alt D. So this thousands of two indexes. Course and an alternative ID. Can I at export var tel set source? If I do that, can I check here? A tel. Tel set source. Okay, no, this is not the right way. Clear. So what I want to do is be able to set the cell tel map here. Set. There's the index of the texture in tile set. So I need to check script tiles. Can I check here? Does this have an ID I can use? Terrains, no. Source, Atlas. Aha, Atlas coordinates 50, 12. So what I want to do is set cell. And then, damn it, wrong button again. Atlas course is vector 2e. Which one? 50, 12. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? I need to call on you. Oh, wait, this has to be rage bait. What is rage bait? My ineptitude. Well, the thing is, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't know how to assign. Assignment is not allowed in inspection. Well, if I do -1 and do it just like this, what will happen? Will this work? No, okay. Why is set cell not working? Why is using Godot rage bait? Tell me about it. Explain why it would be. Because can I? Oh, it's set up here. Oh. Atlas patterns. No, Atlas select terrains. Rendering setup. Oh, wait. I thought this channel was a safe space for Godot haters. Why? Why do you need a safe space for hating? Isn't that ironic that you need a space where you need to feel safe to be able to hate on something? There's an irony in there, I think. Also, where are you from? Just curious. Just like everyone else in biking games, I'm from Belgium. Born and raised. Yeah, okay, tiles. Can I am I missing something? I'm probably missing something, but how do I assign a tile? Godot scripts. So far local. How do I assign the ID? G script assign ID to tal. Dat makes it common rule heel hour. Like the tal is called name, which you need to string. Follow this custom data for all the tals you're interested in. Code to get custom data is get cell atlas course. I I understand. But yeah, why hate on the game of all things and off fate, a bad leadership of Godot. So, what about Unity? Like, I feel if we're talking about bad leadership, you can't just point at Godot only and then ignore whatever Unity's doing. Which arguably, like, okay, Godot did the whole woke up things, but that was just not good on their part. But like, bad leadership, Unreal Engine leadership is Tim Sweeney because he's the CEO. I dislike that guy immensely. It's like he's had some very weird takes. So I feel bad leadership is a very bad criticism to use. So yeah, just play games. No, I do not understand. So wait, if I look at this, 0, 50, 12. So do I maybe just assign 0? That'd be kind of silly, but oh, okay. I'm not entirely sure on the logic on that, but we can now dig holes wherever we're standing. So I just need this one. I just need that one. We'll just do that. Okay, as for tal, we'll just do that. Do I. Oh, that's too much. We'll call it the whole tal. And we'll automatically also as well assign it correctly. All right, we can now dig holes. Let's also check if we press space again. Let's try also putting down. Or no, wait. Fuck. Let's just call it a different method. Fuck. Dink. Place seed. Let's check the tal map again. Is it? So that's the seed. That's for planting. Okay, so that's. Let's look at carrots. So export var carrot tal vector 2 e is vector 2 e 5111 carrots seed tal, and then we need a new tal layer for seeds. Tal map layer is seeds planted. Let's call it planted. Which means we can now copy this one, copy, duplicate it, Control D, planted, right? Correct. When place seeds, position vector 2. All right, sorry, I just been looking. But when you say bad leadership, I'm thinking about things like not caring about security and official console support. The thing is, console support is not easy when you're open source. Like there's so many NDAs and all those things kind of thing. It's not caring. It's more than just because of their stance on open source, they can't just do anything. It's not about caring. So yeah. So there is, well, it's not a matter of can, but there's other things to also do. It's like it's not their priority. And it's not that they don't care. It's just like it's not their priority. You can actually make a Godot game on for and build it to a console if you really want. It's just not supported out of the box, which is okay. It's a different engine. So yeah. It's just it's just, that's also not leadership again. That's something else. Like I feel you're making a problem out of something that's not really being a big problem. Let's add some helper methods to see if has whole position vector 2. Let's check print for cell. Let's just turn that into a function as well. To cell, which takes a position of vector 2 and returns a vector 2 int. Which will do this. That's just nicer to use for cell. Holes.get cell. Atlas coordinates of cell. Print vartal print tal equals whole tal. Has whole string of this. So if I'm correct, I should be able to check if something has a hole. If has hole position return. If there's already a hole, we don't need to dig a new hole. It makes sense. Oops, I forgot my double point. All right, so it does that. Wait, why is it still actually doing that? Because likely this just, wait, what? I need to check how do I do it. If, okay, no, why is it still has hole? If has hole is true. Because it's not returning a boolean. Return del equals. Right. Now it should no longer. All right. We can dig holes and we know if there's a hole dig. Security is my main problem. Do you also disagree with that? What security? You can still restore a full project with one click unless you make a custom C++ and move some code into it. What do you mean with restore a full project with one click though? Like, what? If you're talking about like being able to unpack and such, like Unity has no built-in security as well. Like it literally takes an hour maybe or something, and someone will likely have decompiled our game. If you don't manually do stuff to prevent that, I think any engine will, like any project will have that issue. Any game dev, any game engine will have that issue. So the encryption does something, but yeah, it's like Unity has the same issue. Like you can obfuscate, but even then, people will find a way. Because like I remember Forge Industry had like someone posted like bug fixes. Like he patched Forge Industry, the game or a game. He just patched them. It's him. He patched the game himself. Well, for some bugs, and then I applied them to the actual game as well, of course, because so others also had the benefit of that patch. But this is not a Godot issue, like to point like just at Godot. It's like, oh, but security is like, which also this is not security. When you're talking about security, what I think is like, oh, people can do malicious things with your code for some reason, like Call of Duty has recently. I mean, you can enable EL2CP, sure, but like that also does other things, does it not? I mean, and well, that's a fun thing actually. You can do your own thing in Godot. You can just write your own description. It just feels like an non-issue for a lot of people. If you really want to have your game secure, you can do it yourself, I assume. That's the fun part about good open source, by the way. Posture check, very important. I'm also gonna drink, even if that was not requested. It's very important to drink. But yeah, I feel that's a non-issue. To like, sure, if you're not happy with it, no, that's fine. Don't use Godot. Use Unity or use Unreal Engine. That's fine. Just like no one is making you do that. Right. So I just need to stop opening the doc. So Godot, handle, betting, handle digging. So handle farming. Let's call it handle farming. Handle farming. Taalspunt. Okay, so we're pressing space. If taalspunt has hole, global position. If taals doesn't have a hole, we're gonna dig a hole. Return. Else, we're gonna plant seeds. Need to check again. Place seed. Let's do plant seed. That makes more sense. Plant seed at global position. All right. Carrot seed also planted. If func has seed position vector 2, we'll return a bool. But just do this basically. Holes to sell. Func planted to sell position vector 2 vector 2 e will return that, and then we can just check against planted. If I'm gonna move them around a bit. So if plant seed. If let's wait. Holes to sell. No, I need planted to sell. Okay, and then I can check planting seeds at position. If has seed, we don't want to place anything. If for sell holes to sell, I want to check against planted. Planted set sell up. Right, I think I should be able to now then up. Huh. Is it possible because wait. Is it maybe no, it should be on top of that. Let's cancel this one for now. Go to Godot, handle farming. I'm just gonna directly plant a seed quickly to check. I'm placing the wrong tile. I've already found out what the issue is. All has been set now. This is whole tile, but it should be carrot seed tile. And now this should work. First I plant a hole, then I put a seed in it. We can now plant, hell yeah. But yeah. Cooked hey, have you tried Bessie for programming assistance? If so, would you recommend in a learning practice aspect? One thing, unironically, this is not actually sponsored by Bessie because that's I don't know how to disable the Streamlabs bot spamming it. But you can tune in the other streams that Marning does, and he's the one that is using Bessie in some prototyping, concepting things. You can use it for practice and learning, but I'm not a big fan of it myself to use it, mostly because I like my code my way, but I also know what I'm doing on my own already. It could be a good tool to help you, but you should not depend on it. As in, you should understand what it does. You should not let it do stuff for you. Like if you ask something of Bessie, let him tell you what to do, but don't let him actually write the scripts yourself, so you still know what you're adding to your code base. Because else you're going to run into issue of not knowing what you've been doing and or adding. So that's my recommendation, at least. So yeah, we can now place those styles down. Let's see. Seamless blend. Did this just appear out of nowhere? What just appear out of nowhere? Define this. I want to figure out resources. What's a resource? Data containers. So I want to have a data container. Let's check the Godot is the thing, because right now it's not. This is very hard coded. I want to do this better. Let's see. Tutorials. Loading resources, loading scenes, creating your own resources. I want to create my own resource. Let's see. So it's just a new class, a new script we basically create. Folder. Well, it doesn't need to be folder. Create script. Crop. Let's call it crop. Is it an object? It doesn't need templates. Inherits node. Can I make it inherits resource? Create. So we now have crop extending resource. Oh, the sexy vibe of dev streaming is back again. Oh, thank you, Seamus, for the $2. I'll I'll spend it wisely. I don't know on what, but I don't know if I get to see it. I'll ask Marnix if I get that $2 paid out in my next wage. But thank you. Good favorite. Okay, thanks, man. Did you go to school for programming or just learn as you went? I went to school for programming. Got my degree in software engineering. Here I am. How far I have fallen. But no, I learned it, but I also learned it pretty late. As in, I think I only did half a year of programming, which was game dev, which I learned myself then. And then I went for my my degree, a bachelor's degree, 4 years, software engineering, of which I graduated. And then we were like, oh, let's do a game jam. And I'm still stuck to bite me ever since. So it's a lot. We got a lot from our degree for programming, but game development we learned ourselves. Seamus or Blaine, don't spend it all at once. I will make no such promises. I don't even know why I would spend it on $2. So yeah. So export for. What we're gonna do is, can I not open it in a second tab or something? Oh no, okay. So what we're gonna do is move these kind of things over. So caret ctel. What we're gonna do is interactable crop hub. So that's a seed. What we're gonna do is quickly check the tile map. So we've got export var crop grown. Well, no, wait. So we're gonna have the crop. We're gonna have the export var grown. I should call it a class name, by the way. Class name crop grown. Export var seed. Export var sprout. I'm not gonna be remembering that. Seed. I'm just gonna seed 1. Seed 0. Let's start at seed 0 because we're programmers. Seed 1. So no, wait. We're gonna have the seed. We're gonna have the what did I call it before? Sprout 0, sprout 1, sprout 2. Right, that's the way we're gonna do it. We're gonna call it vector 2e. Right. What percent, Ronan, what percent design do you do in games versus development? Can you redefine your question? Because I don't fully understand what you mean with that. It seems like loose sweets. I just need $3 more and I can buy myself another bag of M&Ms. Someone? No, don't worry. Overwatch, let's go do. Like game design. Does Marnix do more design or you? Marnix does a lot more design because he's doing a lot of prototyping. So he spends a lot more time on design. But when I work on a project, I will use my extensive game knowledge to push my vision onto the project. I try not to. I prefer when Marnix does like more bigger design choices, like, oh, what direction are we going in? I can work with a lot of things. The issue is that I'm very bad at deciding things. So I prefer it when Marnix is like, let's do this. And then I can slightly nudge the direction we're going in still, but then I don't have to worry about like, oh, but what direction are we going to do next? You would be amazing to work with, not gonna lie. wait before you actually work with me before you can say that. I'm, I think, yeah, I'm more of a slave. I'm not a good leader. I'm a very good employee. As in, point me in a direction and I'll go there. We've got like a channel for his game, a bit of game ideas. Sometimes Martin posts something in, and I'll immediately just start like spitballing. It's like, oh, but I don't know what about this and this and this, and then it's like this, and then something, and then it's just bring 5 examples to the table, and because I have a lot of game knowledge, so that works. So yeah. Also more. I said this is a farming game, but what is it actually going to be about? Like, is there a story or something? Nope. No idea. It's just going to be it's just going to be. It's just an excuse for me to play with Godot. There's not much. We're not. It's not going to be a full game. Just messing around a bit. So we now have crops that we can define. I just keep getting spam messages. Like I get spam messages like, oh no, you have a you're going to get arrested because you drove through a red light and you didn't pay your bills and such. And I'm just sitting here like, I don't have a driving license. Why would I be driving? So yeah, export var carrot is a crop. So I should now be able to go in here in tiles, new crop. We open it. We can now define which tiles these are. Well, that's annoying to do that. Let's just turn that into a save. New folder, data resources. New folder, crops. Carrot. Carrot on a stick. So we can now define a carrot on here. So the crop itself is 5110. Carrot seed is 5111. I'll be 5112. Carrot seed, it's okay. 5112, 5113. That's part 1. Yep. So this is 5115. And this one be 5117. All right. And I just need to go here because that one can go. All right. So now technically I can go to tiles. Just got a message. Instead of that, I can do carrot is carrot punt. C is tile not equal to 1. Get cell source ID. I think I want to do it this way. Planted to cell. Planted set cell that, and I want to put that to, for now, just again, seed. Technically, I should now be able to press space, dig a hole, press space again, and didn't do anything. Damn it. We were so close. Wait. Let's check. Space. Okay, so planted to cell, set cell, carrot.seed. Didn't I put them? So 5151. Print Seed string. $51.51. Okay, so no, it's finding the hard thing. So yeah, make apps int out of the position. Well, that's not the issue, I think, here. Lots more. I'm gonna go and I'll be back soon. Oh, good. Godspeed. Stay safe. Wonderful world out there. But let's check the time up again. So 51.51. 50. Did it say 51.51? Okay, I'm being a dum. Where's my crop? Fetch carrots. Yeah, probably doesn't help if I, assign the wrong thing to it. This should work now. Hey, it worked. It works. I should now keep track of where they are so far. Crops is gonna be an array of what we're gonna do. It needs to be a dictionary, actually. Does dictionary just exist? It does. Great. There's going to be a dictionary of type position, vector2 e, and of type I think, wait, let's go back to a page. So we go here. We can dig holes. And we can plant seeds in them. And we can still pet the ducks. Very important. Yeah. Not a lot, but it's honest work. So we can plant seeds. I think I'm just yeah. I think unless people have suggestions, I'll probably slowly head off. I think I know it feels abrupt, but I ran out of inspiration what to do now, and also the stream is kind of dying off. So yeah, we can pet multiple ducks. So that's the key part was already done in the first 5 minutes of the Git stream. So at that point was just whatever else I can come up with. We also added a simple mechanic of like digging and placing seeds. Now make it a bullet hell. just make vampire. Just make magical girl guardians, but in Godot. It would be funny. But yeah, no. I like Godot. I don't think we'll ever switch to it because, we have too much technical depth in ducking hell when ducks get mad, bro. Exactly. It's just like it's in Zelda when you hit a duck and it's a chicken in Zelda. When you hit a chicken and it's just like darting across the screen. Just that, but permanently. When ducks get mad, bro. In mate sim, do you control the mates or are you the mate? In mate sim, you control the mate. Can I show it quickly? I don't know if I can show it. I might have to quickly comment something out. Oh, that's the wrong project. I'll do a quick show of what Mates Cafe Simulator is currently out. Godot, have you ever thought about teaching? Well, yes, but also yes, as in like I wouldn't be a good teacher because my mind is just not good at organizing, and I'll jump from point A to point Z without going through all the steps in between. So I like helping someone, but I also don't have the patience often. So I wouldn't be a great teacher. Right, I just need to open my rider. I need to comment something out quickly. Because for some... Control S. I'll show you guys in a moment my screen. Marnix is working on the actual level for it, so it's still a bit thingy to show, but... So the question was, do you control the mates or are you the mate? The answer is, you control the mate. Wait. You are the mate while also physically controlling the mate. Jesus Christ. So yeah, do you control the mate? You can like interact with things. Like, oh, it's like I want to set coffee. Oh, there's no coffee in, so just grab the coffee, jam some coffee in there, throw it there. You can click. Oh, it's now making coffee, and you've made coffee. Yay! I know it looks shit, but I also couldn't be bothered to make it better because this is not the correct assets anyway. So it was just proof of concept. Like, okay, interactions work. I was also working on spawn pedestrians, but for some reason it doesn't want to spawn them anymore. But I have pedestrians. So yeah, why not control the managers or something? Because you will be managing the maid cafe as well. So you'll also be like, okay, what's gonna be the prices? What's on the menu? How is the kitchen gonna look? You will be controlling that as well. But you will also be on the ground actually helping, like, do things. Because I think that's a good part. It's more fun that way to have to do something and not just like, okay, have it become another management sim. Yeah. How many years is Godot of Unity, or is that even a question? Depends on who you're asking and what the purpose is. The thing is, Godot will never be Unity, but that is okay. It should not be. It's going to be its own thing. I don't know for 3D, but for 2D, if I had to choose for a 2D project, ignoring my pre-existing Unity database of tools I have, I would likely pick Godot over Unity for 2D. For 3D, I would probably stick with Unity. Ronald, I don't know about being a mate. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll look at like the male version of a maid. So you can like pick and it's like the same outfit still, but just there's nothing there. Might be able, who knows? Might depends on if we can find a model for that. But yeah, for now the purpose is regardless going to be you're going to be on the ground helping in the cafe, while also managing it as such. But the main goal is like, oh, do things a bit overcooked. That's the current system, and I'm working currently on adding pedestrians, such as people walking around as well as customers, etc. But a lot of code to be done. I closed Godot. Oh, I closed Godot. Jesus. Whoops. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it on that one as well, I think. Been nearly going for 2 hours. So yeah. The gameplay will consist of you dealing with customers, so wouldn't be repetitive. First of all, and secondly, well, no, you'll have different menu items and different like things to do. Overcooked in the end is just chop things, bring it to customer. that kind of is what Overcooked is, but it can be such an addictive gameplay loop if well implemented. But yeah, a butler. Well, no, yeah, not really a butler. The thing is, this like in Japan, if you've got like the maid cafes, I assume you have like the male variant where it's for where there are males instead of females. So I'll poke Marnix about it. I'm not opposed to like the idea of having like the ability to choose your gender. Yeah, I think it's indeed a host, more of like a host versus hostess club kind of thing. But yeah, Godot can do quite a lot in 3D in version 4. Just needs more people making stuff in it. Well, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just I am more versed in Unity at this point in 3D landscape that I would not go for Godot. But I also can't judge the Godot because I have not tried it. So it's like it's a chicken and the egg problem. Which came first? So yeah, finally, I want to manage a mate. Well, if you get your friends to buy the game, you can just shut yourself into like a back room or something and just command them to do what you want. And then you don't have to be do any part of the game yourself. You can just be the manager and tell your friends to do all the work. And the idea is also like to have NPC mates that can help you so you can manage them and such. But we want to keep the ability to play the game in yourself. Marnik will have to go out and do some field research. Hell yeah. I wish I could do that research. I miss Japan. Marnik's made Manager Simulator. But the Asian cafes, but never made one. I've not been to one either. Marnix has actually. So last time we were there, Marnix went there with someone else. So he knows. He's in the knowledge. Korea has one for males, but it's more seedy in there in underwear for it. Oh, tell me more. No, DM it the details, please. No. Yeah. That was Godot. Codetape, do you think multiplayer will be involved? Seems like fun with friends. Well, here I am once again opening the project. I'm no longer opening Godot at this point, I think. I just want to keep chatting a bit more. If people have questions, feel free to ask them. Now's the time. I accidentally opened Spotify. Should not do that. No, now it's updating Spotify. Why is it doing that? Shouldn't be doing that. A cat cafe manager would be cute. The issue with cat cafes would be you're animating cats. Good luck with that. We don't have animation skills for that. If I do idle, yeah, perfect. If I start this project in this scenario, you're still watching Code Vapor? You should be. It takes a moment. All right, and now click New Game. I now open Create Lobby, then open to this, Join Game, hub. Did I break it? Oh no, it just. Oh, I did break it. It seems. There is multiplayer. Oh no! We got in. We got in. It took a moment. It took a moment. Is Godot quick to prototype 3D games? I don't know. I've only tried for 2D, so I don't have the knowledge to talk about that. But as you can see, I can even like open the fridge on this. It's like, oh, look at that. The fridge is open. So yeah, there's multiplayer. That's the idea. It's going to be a cooperative game. I've heard your guys' previous games had good multiplayer support. They didn't. Only Unisat Pizza Time released, which had multiplayer support, but there was not much interactivity with each other and such, and there was some trouble getting it working and such. But this time we're using netcode for game objects, and it's been working out so far. So this would be the second game, this and Age of God, for that would be multiplayer. So yeah, that's what I've been working on mostly. But now the current systems I'm working on is like the customer system, and once we have that, I can work on a vertical slice. Once Marnix pushes a level, and then we can like do some playtesting as well, start like churning it in and like making it feel good, and then expand on the game. So we're good progress, I think. There's not that many assets for prototyping. Yeah, that's the thing. In Unity, we have so many pre-existing knowledge and code and such. But the thing is, once you have multiple projects done in Godot, you would eventually have your own assets. Like, oh, I just need to quickly test something, and you can copy paste, and you have got your own thing running. So it's just not there out of the box. But in my opinion, neither is Unity's. Just you have to get used to it. False, this is client authority. Yes and no. Animator and position is client authority because there's no reason making that server authoritative, in my opinion. Not in this type of game. If you do something and, for example, opening the fridge, you open the fridge, locally it starts animating, it sends a server, and so that's basically server authority. It's server then tests like, okay, yeah, this is opened. It's not really much to check. And then it'll let every other client know. For example, interacting with the coffee machine, it will first check locally. If valid locally, it will then send to the server. And if the server also agrees that it's valid, then it will do the thing. So it is server. We're going to make a lot of things server authoritative, but we will be because it's kind of easier in my opinion. But I am also making it so that it seems seamless, so that if you do something locally, you'll have immediate responsiveness. Yeah. But yeah. I think unless people have any other questions, is this a Godot 5.0 update? Yeah, yes, this is just Godot 5.0 beta. When if you boot it, you just boots up Unity instead. No, that's just. But yeah, but again, that's like the chicken and yak issues. Like, oh yeah, but there's not much tools and such for Godot. Well, yeah, same. Like, there's not many games for it. I can't stop me playing the music. Spotify, damn it. Again, the issue is like, I don't want to make a game in Godot because there's not many games made in Godot, and it's like, yeah, well, then there's no games going to be made in Godot because nobody's making the games in Godot. It's a bit of a chicken and egg problem, but it's a valid thing that there's a lack of. There's not. Unity has a higher user base, as well as documentation and tutorials, like most of the things you can find a tutorial for on YouTube. And Godot will just not be there all the way yet. Yeah. Clemens, hey, could you explain me how to solve cloth clipping problem in Unreal Engine 5? No. I don't. I have never used Unreal Engine 5, so I would not know how it works. I've not even done cloth clipping in Unity, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Unreal Engine, I do not want to touch. But yeah. But the thing is, like a gameplay controller and stuff, like for like movement control and such, you write it. It's probably to make a decent one, it's like an hour or two works maybe, and then you have that. So that's not something of the. I don't think I would be worried too much about that for rapid prototyping, because if you're doing rapid prototyping, you should probably already have done some things in Godot, and thus you already have your own assets to reuse. No, the stream is not sponsored by Bessie, but again, I think it's very. So yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna head off. Was fun. We made we made some farming progress. I don't know how long the project will keep going. It'll be until I lose interest in it. It's possible that sooner or later, like Pokemornix, look at making a game that we can do scratch to finish on stream. That would be a fun streaming idea, just variety. But yeah, for now, anyway, have a good evening, good morning, good day, whichever is relevant for you. And I'll see you all next time, whenever that might be. Bye bye.